Hello, 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 hello. Jordan Jardin, status coup. What's today? Oh, September 1st. Oh my God. September 1st, 2021. Hope everybody's having a good day. A lot to get into in a very short time because this will be a very short stream. Smash that like button, share this live stream. Colin, if you could send out the text for this one too. I'll wait. I'll wait a minute or two for more folks to trickle in. I have been feverishly researching and listening to podcasts and reading articles. So I knew at least something about a really explosive story we're going to be covering in about 20 minutes on our Rokfin premium show. So we'll get into that in a minute or two. Again, on Wednesdays, we go live exclusively on Rokfin. So definitely, if you can, sign up, rokfin.com/status coup as a premium member. So you'll be able to watch our live stream. We're going to be, I'll wait for more people to come in before I tell you who's the guest and hint to what we're talking about. I don't want to get into full detail about what we're talking about because YouTube might censor us. But smash the like button, share this live stream, all that good stuff. Obviously, there is a lot going on in the news. Let's start with the world. Tahoe is on fire. Louisiana is still without power. Other hurricanes are forming, big climate-induced hurricanes, we should say. The coronavirus pandemic is out of control. The CDC has suggested people not travel on Labor Day, which of course people are going to blow that off and travel because this is America and they do what they want. Yesterday we had over almost 160,000 cases yesterday, almost 160,000 cases yesterday, as well as over 1,300 deaths. So the case count is going significantly up. The death count continues to go up. Schools are reopening throughout the country, despite the fact that children are rapidly contracting coronavirus and ending up in hospitals. So there's multiple fires all over America, some literal fires, others figurative fires. But obviously, I would say the top story is what's going on in Texas. So I want to briefly address that and then tease you on the upcoming Rokfin stream. I will wait because I don't want to have to, start this again as more people come in. So please share this live stream. Press the like button, thumbs up right under the live stream. Sharing is caring. Smash the like button. All that. I have noticed. Our YouTube is suddenly suppressed again. Isn't that interesting? It's like, as I always say, it's like YouTube has a lever and like hidden in a room. And sometimes I think humans go in that room and pull that lever to further strangle certain channels. So our numbers were back up to semi-normal. Generally we were getting like 1,500 to 2,000 views a video. We should be getting more than that based on our channel size, but at least we were back to kind of 1,500 to 2,000 live viewers. Now we're back to barely cracking 1,000 views. So it's pretty interesting. Hopefully, end of the summer, less people online, but I doubt that. So, I want to obviously address what's going on in Texas, where Texas, through their own radical extremist governor and legislature, have basically made abortion illegal in the state of Texas, aided by a conservative Supreme Court that has chosen not to take up the case. If you haven't been following, I'm sure you have. This law in Texas basically has taken the power away from government over abortion and instead put it in, basically made it so it could be a private dispute, whereas government can't act. Obviously, it is draconian. It is reckless. It is a visceral threat to women, not only in Texas, but around the country, because we do know that other states if Texas gets away with this, are going to basically copy it, mostly Republican states. So, I'm a man. I don't want to, speak for women, but I would say for anybody, woman, man, anybody with a good conscience, this should be, kind of the fight of our lives here. And obviously, I mean, it's predictable that this was going to happen, but the main focus, at least online and Twitter, has been, like everything else, blaming progressives for not all sucking it up and voting for Hillary Clinton. Because if we would have all sucked it up and voted for Hillary Clinton, we wouldn't have this conservative Supreme Court that is now essentially overturning Roe versus Wade. Honestly, I mean, it's easily debunked, that argument, but I think it's a major, major distraction. I mean, we could all try and point and blame fingers right now, but at the end of the day, we are where we are. Women are very vulnerable. And it doesn't seem like a 6-3 Supreme Court, where the latest justice, there was just the Amy Coney Barrett that was just brought in. Her record clearly shows she, if she had the chance, would overturn Roe versus Wade. Same thing with Brett Kavanaugh, would overturn Roe versus Wade. We could continue to do pointing fingers at progressives or anybody else the resistance wants to point to, but the reality is we should all come together to fight this. Easily debunked how? Well, I could tell you, Trudy. First of all, it's inconvenient for people that want to blame Jill Stein, for people that want to blame Bernie Sanders or progressive voters. The facts are more Bernie Sanders voters who voted for Bernie ended up voting for Hillary Clinton in the general election in 2016 than Hillary Clinton supporters in 2008 voted for Barack Obama in the general election. You could look it up. That's just a fact. There was about 85 to 90% of Bernie Sanders supporters ended up voting for Hillary Clinton. So Hillary Clinton did not lose the 2016 election because of Bernie Sanders, because of Bernie Sanders supporters. I know Jill Stein was trending, not because of Jill Stein. It's a very simple reason she lost. Hillary Clinton doesn't want to say it. The resistance doesn't want to say it. She had depressed turnout among Black voters in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Detroit, Michigan, and in Pennsylvania. Those were the demographics. Biden got significant increase in Black voters in Detroit, in Milwaukee, in Atlanta, Georgia. Hillary, Georgia didn't cost Hillary Clinton the election, but Biden's numbers among Black voters were significantly up. Not because Biden's so great, but because Rashida Tlaib in Detroit brought out more Black voters than Hillary Clinton had in 2016. Because in Milwaukee, more Black voters came out than did in 2016. And Stacey Abrams, not my cup of tea politically, but through her grassroots organization, they brought out an unprecedented number of Black voters in Atlanta. That's why Hillary Clinton lost. It wasn't Russia. It was depressed Black turnout in those particular cities and states. And oh, by the way, 10% of Obama voters, they want to forget this too. 10% of Obama voters switched to Donald Trump. So you're going to blame Barack Obama that there's a 6-3 Supreme Court because 10% of his voters switched to Donald Trump? You're going to blame Hillary Clinton because Black voters didn't come out for her? You're going to blame those Black voters because they didn't come out for her? Oh, by the way, should we completely ignore that President Obama in his final year decided, I'm not going to put up a fight for my Supreme Court Justice, Merrick Garland, who's now the Attorney General of the United States? Mitch McConnell said, we're just going to block you. We're not going to even allow Merrick Garland to get a hearing. And Obama just said, well, okay, if you say so. Let's all ignore all these things. So listen, we are where we are. But the fact of the matter is Hillary Clinton did not lose because of progressives. She didn't lose because of Jill Stein. She didn't lose for any of those reasons. She lost because she was a bad candidate. By the way, they conveniently want to leave this out. Hillary Clinton, for the entire month of August 2016, was in the Hamptons fundraising, while credit to Trump, he was out doing campaign events. He did a lot more campaign events for her. So again, the reflexive thing would be to blame Bernie, to blame Jill Stein, to blame the mailman. Hillary Clinton lost because Hillary Clinton lost with an assist to President Obama, who did not fight to get his Supreme Court justice in. Because if Merrick Garland would have went in, well, at that point, it was 5-4 Republican control. As far as I could tell, it would have flipped. It would have flipped if Garland replaced Scalia. Oh, by the way, with Justice Ginsberg dying, if Garland was in there, I can't do the numbers in my head. I do not think it would be a 6-3 Supreme Court in terms of Republicans. So let's not blame Obama for being spineless and not fighting for his Supreme Court justice. Let's blame it on Bernie when the data shows Hillary lost those particular states because of less black voter turnout. I'm not blaming the black voters. It's just that's the facts. That's the data. But I think progressives make a mistake by taking the bait and just getting into Twitter wars with people blaming us. It's not progressives' fault. People vote the way they vote. I told viewers, I'm making the personal choice to vote for Biden. I actually drank a lot of whiskey to bring myself to do it. I didn't tell you how to vote. I said, you want to vote for Biden? Vote for Biden. You don't want to? Don't. Want to vote third party? Whatever. I don't vote or shame people. I think others shouldn't then vote or shame people. I made the calculus that, to me, based on the evolution I saw from 2016 to 2020, particularly of Trump supporters and obviously Trump, from in 2016, just kind of like a circus and reality show, to like dangerous 4 years later, I said, I'd rather deal with neoliberalism. I'd rather deal with like Kamala Harris and Neera Tanden than Rudy Giuliani and QAnon. So that was my decision. I get a lot of shit for it, but I stand by it. I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton in 2016. I stand by that. But we are where we are. So what are we all going to do rather than bitching and moaning at each other on Twitter to stop Texas from doing this, to force the Supreme Court to maintain Roe versus Wade? And frankly, what is Biden going to do? Because he's basically said, well, I can't do anything on the filibuster. Oh, I can't do anything on the $15 minimum wage because of the parliamentarian. Oh, I can't do anything on healthcare because filibuster and Senate tradition and parliamentarian and bullshit, excuse. Well, he better do something on this because women's health, freedom, and lives depend on it. We don't want to get into a situation where we have to go back to, backroom abortions, which are very dangerous, which have happened throughout history. So that's my thoughts on what's going on in Texas. I've spoken with Colin, who's our editor and producer. He lives in Texas, so he's on the lookout for any protests and things like that he could go cover, so we can be live for you on the ground there. So getting to what we're going to be covering in about 5 minutes. For those of you who don't know, every Wednesday we are exclusive live stream on Rokfin. It's been really getting hot and heavy on Rokfin the last few weeks. I think 2 weeks ago, Jen and I did quite the dissection of some JFK, shall we say, lies that the media has told. We also have done some in the field coverage, but we did JFK stuff. We're going to do more JFK stuff. And today, I'm going to be joined by Robbie Martin, who's a filmmaker, journalist, happens to be the brother of Abby Martin. He does a podcast with her. Robbie has done amazing work. He actually did a documentary that I really encourage you to go watch. It's called A Very Heavy Agenda, a very heavy agenda.com, all about how the neocons, the think tanks, basically led us into the war on terrorism with lies, propaganda, all that. You all know this, but if you watch this documentary, it's insane. But Robbie has also investigated and covered something else related to 9 11. I'm not going to get into details here because, frankly, this is the reason we go on Rokfin for these types of things, because we will either be demonetized on YouTube, censored on YouTube, or God knows what else. But let's just say there's some things on 9 11 pertaining to Rudy Giuliani that are very, very scandalous, very, very corrupt. I'm not even sure it's legal, and go well past the actual September 11th and that tragic day, which the 20th anniversary is coming up, I guess, in a week and a half or so. So I'm going to have Robbie on the Rokfin show coming up in a few minutes. Definitely become a Rokfin premium member. It's not only that this gives us more freedom. It's not only that this gives us more freedom being a Rokfin premium member. Going on Rokfin to do this kind of stuff. But more importantly, even more importantly, it really helps status Coup. Our deal with Rokfin, we get a certain amount of guaranteed revenue by doing the once a week. Hold on, disregard that one. This one. We get a certain guarantee from Rokfin just for doing the once a week exclusive. And once we get over 100 paid subscribers, our guarantee goes up. I think we're at like either 98 or 99 right now. I'm not sure. We might be at 100. I haven't looked, to be honest with you. I think we're around 100, but I'm not sure. But if we get past 100 and we stay past 100, our guarantee goes significantly up, which is important. It's very important because it is a amazing revenue stream for us, to have this extra revenue for in the field reporting and all that. So I hope Rokfin.com/status coup. We totally understand if it's not within your ability. It's $9.99 a month. You get access to our premium Rokfin content as well as other channels' premium content. Lee Camp and a couple others are on there that I like. There's also a lot of crazy people and grifters on there, just like YouTube. But please sign up if you can, Rokfin.com/status coup. I think our conversation coming up with Robbie in just a few minutes is, I'm not going to lie. I've done preliminary research on what we're talking about. I know the bare minimum, so I'm happy to have him because he knows a lot more than I. But just what I was just researching and what I was just listening to, it'll blow your mind. And no, what we're talking about today is not like 9/11, inside job, trutherism. That's not what we're talking about. So you'll have to go to Rokfin.com/status coup right now to find out what we are talking about. So we're going to shift over. I'm going to end this stream, hop over to Rokfin. Please, if you can, Rokfin.com/status coup. We hope to see you there and get some more signups. We will cut up some of this and put it on YouTube if we can. Frankly, I just got to be reality. I got to keep it real. There's certain things we just cannot put on YouTube because we are living in a suppressed, censored time where you can't even cover facts. You can't even cover controversial things that are backed up by facts on YouTube anymore. So that's part of why we went to Rokfin. So right now we're doing a weekly show on Rokfin. Might end up doing more than a weekly exclusive. It's called FUTube, Jordan. I call it FUTube. So if anyone takes it, I came up with it. FUTube. Because it's for the few. It's for CNN, MSNBC, and whatever other corporate junk YouTube's algorithm props up. So we're going to end. We will get into the abortion and Texas stuff more. Frankly, I'd like to have a female on to discuss this because who wants to listen to a white dude talk, a white male talk about women's abortion? So hopefully we could have that either with Jen when she's feeling better or somebody else. But wrapping up this live stream, we'll be headed over to Rokfin now. Sign up. Rokfin.com/status coup. Where's Jen? Jen's not feeling well. I don't want to get into anything more, but as you know, she has long haul COVID. She had a bad flare up in Flint, and she's still really not well. So she's taking some time. So I've been in contact with her, so you don't have to worry about Jen. All right, wrapping this up, heading over to Rokfin. See you there. Peace.